Hello and
Hello,
welcome
welcome
to
to
Epic
Epic Epidemiologist.
Epidemiologist. I'm Miss Mariella,
And I'm Tati.
and today we'll talk all about COVID. So, Tati, when and where did COVID even start?
Late 2019, epidemic of COVID-19 started by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It's most caused by respiratory symptoms that can feel like a cold. According to WebMD, it says there are two hypotheses as to COVID-19 origins: exposure to an infected animal or a laboratory leak. There's not enough evidence to support either argument, which means they don't 100% know the true cause.
Wow, that's crazy that there's so much advanced science and they don't 100% know. Do you know how people were feeling at the start of COVID 19 in 2020?
People were globally experiencing anxiety, fear, loneliness, and boredom due to the lockdowns. According to Mayo Clinic, at the start of COVID-19 pandemic, life for many people changed very quickly. Worry and concern were natural partners of all that change. So this shows many people don't like having to stay home.
How are you feeling during the start of 2019 or 2020?
I didn't know what was going on.
It sounds like there was a lot of confusion, right? And a lot of kids lost their schooling.
What are the social effects?
So, COVID didn't just have scientific effects on our body, like loss of taste, tiredness, but it also created a lot of social effects in our society. The social effects included anxiety, depression. It put a lot of students back on education. It also created this major social anxiety away from like being in a public society. There was a lot of studies done on how it changed youth's diagnosis of how they can be out in public, right? More people were wearing a mask, wearing a hood, they had more anxiety to be outdoors. And aside from all of our personal anxieties, there was also this really big issue of people getting blamed for the epidemic. There was a lot of fake news going around, like it was created by bats, it was created by Chinese people. There was a lot of Asian hate, particularly in the US. There was a lot of blame towards Asian and Chinese people. And there was even people who died because they were targeted from people that were hateful towards them. Here in San Francisco, there was one old man I can remember who was pushed and thrown in the street just for being Asian, and he died. And this was all during the time of COVID 19. And I think that in the history of epidemics, a lot of people tend to blame people, right? During the Black Plague, they blamed the poor people. In Typhoid Mary's case, they blamed her, an immigrant, right? So they always tend to pick people to blame rather than just work together to try to fight something that's medical, not based on race. It attacks all of us the same way. So there's no point in stereotyping. But the scientific effects include affecting our respiratory system, creating like a flu-like system symptoms, like Tati said before. It also created something that was different, the loss of taste and smell. Did you ever get COVID?
No,
No, never? Wow,
no.
that's crazy. And some people could even be asymptomatic, which means that they had no symptoms at all, but once tested for COVID, found out that they did have it, which is crazy as well. So there was medical and social effects of COVID. Clearly, there was a lot, and we're still living through the effects today because it hasn't been too long. But during an epidemic, there's often a lot of people who help out. There's people who take action and show habits of character like perseverance, responsibility, and integrity. During the epidemic of COVID 19, Tati, who were some people who helped during this epidemic?
Some people who helped or chimed in are care workers, farm workers, nurses, store clerks, and etc. According to DOL.gov, the essentials workers who make our economy function, from care workers to farm workers, nurses to grocery store clerks, and then it continues. Perseverance, or which shows perseverance because it shows how people could help together instead of like fighting each other on it.
Yeah. And I remember particularly there was a lot of doctors who created
Vaccine.
vaccines as well, right? So they were also helping during this epidemic. They were putting all their science brains together to help try to stop this epidemic. All right. Well, what did this epidemic teach us about life, Tati? What's a message that we can all learn? During times of stress, don't hate, unite. I think that's one message that I learned. What's one message that you learned? I think it's important for people to, yes, take care of themselves, but also take care of everybody in the community.
I think it's important for people to like also take care of themselves, but like also take care of people in their community and help out.
Totally agree. Wear your mask when you feel sick. Remember that. Get your vaccines.